Let's see, so it is March 24th, 2022, and at 7 p.m. and we're starting the Sykesville Parks and Recreation Commission meeting. First thing is approval of the February 24th meeting minutes. So I motion to approve the meeting minutes from the February meeting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Okay. So then moving on to our SPARC business. So the first thing is Easter egg hunt coming up. Jana gave us a paper with a word that Chris had suggested. I'm not going to say out loud. I'm going to give it away. And some locations with clues. So we can talk about them real quick after we're live if you want to. Or Brian can just pick them. And I guess, Brian, if you want to give an update on the eggs.
I've got a couple of different size eggs now. So we're not going to use little teeny tiny ones, but these other ones will be available if somebody accidentally walks off with an egg again. But
Okay.
if everybody could please leave the eggs in the parks, that would be great. I do love that they got moves around a little bit, like especially like at the rock wall and stuff. Like that was kind of cool to make it, change it up a little bit for the next people to come through. But please just nobody walk off with them, so that way people aren't in the park for 3 hours looking for an egg that no longer exists.
Right. And we did talk about a little bit in staff, and I did mention that you had talked about securing them somehow. And if you did want to do that, we did determine that Public Works could certainly help out with how to secure them, where to secure them, if you decide you want to go that route. So just let me know.
Yeah, I think we'll just go the same route as last year. If we lose a bunch again this year, then we can look at it for next year. But it's just a pain to put holes in them and try and seal them up and then secure them into the ground, and then we'll be losing stakes as well as wooden eggs. So.
And about the timeline for the scavenger hunt. So I did not specify a length of time yet. I think I said on Facebook that it like the kickoff is during like the traditional egg hunt. So I don't know if I had figured that we would just do it for that one weekend again, like we did last year. But then Brian suggested that we do it
spanning 2 weekends.
Well, I think, last year you did it the one weekend, and I had over 30 entries. So I think the one weekend.
That was just the 2 days.
Yeah.
So from when do we do the Easter egg hunt? Friday.
Yes, Friday
So
morning.
like Friday to Sunday.
Was it
But
the
on that
Sunday or
paper
was
I gave you, I think you have on there what the time was. It was like dusk. I don't remember
I
if
don't
it was
have it
Saturday
on
or Sunday.
this one.
Oh, maybe
I think you still have that one.
I do think we need to be clear about the Easter egg scavenger hunt versus the plastic
I've been saying
candy-filled
scavenger hunt
Easter
versus
egg.
traditional egg hunt.
Yeah, just so people.
Until dusk
No.
on Saturday. So you just did it Friday and Saturday.
Really? It sounded like longer.
And by Monday I had over 30.
I think that's fine.
I did too. And
Then I think
you risk,
we'll just
you
do
risk
the
them not
weekend.
disappearing.
We'll just do it over the weekend then.
I think so.
Okay.
If it works. No, if it's not broke, don't
Whoever
fix
wants
it.
it bad enough. Hopefully they're gonna find them.
All right. And then for volunteers for the Easter event, I'll be there. I know Chris and Eric had sent emails. Nick,
I'll be there.
okay, you'll be there. So I think
Chris
we'll
said
be
she cannot be there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did see that.
Yeah.
But she said she has volunteers
Mm-hmm.
ready
They're
to
gonna
go.
get there at 9 when Eric gets there.
And she'll have the egg. They're coming to do the eggs too.
Yes.
The eggs will be filled.
And she said she'll probably drop them at your
Forward.
house.
Okay, that's good to know.
She told me that today.
Because my plan was
Wait, what
I was
day
gonna
is
hide
that?
those eggs before I came over to the traditional egg hunt. Huh?
What day are the eggs supposed to be dropped off? Because we're going to be out of town. I thought
Thursday
that
night or Friday
weekend.
morning? No, it's before that weekend.
Okay.
You certainly can talk to Chris offline and work out the details.
Okay. Alright, so I think we're good with Easter event, unless anybody else has anything. Okay.
Is somebody gonna be the bunny?
I guess Eric
I
can be
mean,
the bunny.
is the bunny going to be there?
I'll be the bunny if nobody else wants to be the bunny. But I was the bunny last time, and
Well, and we had Sparky last time too.
we did have.
I think it was
Eric
Eric.
was Sparky for
Yep.
them.
It'd be good. I'd prefer
What
to be
if we
Sparky
get
over the
bunny ears for Sparky?
Sparky's cuter. What?
I said, what if we get bunny ears like
Ooh.
Aw.
to go on Sparky?
That would be cute.
It'd be way cuter than a real bunny.
I agree. I think you
I
have to
still
have
got
a
a
bunny.
fan in his head too, so that you don't die during the 4th of July.
Alright, we're giving away
You
like
don't want to get
the
electrocuted either.
Sparky is a real squirrel. Don't
It'll be
worry,
a
kids.
9-volt battery, it'll be fine.
Alright, so next event, spring cleanup. That's the week after the Easter, the egg scavenger hunt and traditional lake hunt. So it'll be April 23rd. So I guess the most important thing for this is locations, so that I can start advertising that. And I wasn't sure if the town had any recommendations for areas to.
Well, again, staff, we did talk about that, and I know you guys had a concern about Carrie Dorsey Park.
Oh,
We
yeah,
did
yeah.
reach out to the contractors. They're really good. When we let them know there's been complaints, they go over and
Okay.
take care of whatever they have. But Joe said, maybe Carrie Dorsey could use more attention. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys want to go over there and take a look in that aspect, see if whatever the contractor's debris has been removed.
Mhm.
And if you want to, if it has, if there's still other stuff. But again, it's your choice, so. And then Jones Park, again, we're gonna take care of later in the spring.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it carried Dorsey. Like I even found a clear plastic bag that had blown over and
Yeah.
used that to hold everything.
Well, hopefully the
And
contractors would have picked up
Just,
their stuff, but I don't know what else may be over
I
there,
think
further into the
it was
park or.
pretty much all like construction
Stuff.
related debris. But that brings me to one of the
That was the only
points
thing
that I
staff had
wanted-
talked about.
Okay.
One of the points I wanted to bring up was maybe having some actual garbage cans at some of the parks that don't currently have garbage cans, because like Carrie Dorsey only has the dog waste container. It doesn't have like an actual garbage can. And
We took the trash home
yeah,
because I
we
was
just took
worried.
it home
I was worried it
and
would blow
disposed
away.
of it, but
Left it next to it. Do you have any suggestions, Billy, for locations or?
No, I think we're good there.
Okay, so we'll take a look at Carrie Dorsey area again from the perspective of having volunteers go and clean it up. And since it's getting kind of close, I'd like to set a deadline. I'll just say like within 2 weeks, I'd like to have a location picked out so I can start advertising. Okay. So the next thing on the list is the concerts in the park. Any updates on that, Nick?
I have 3 bands
Yay.
for the 3 dates that we preferred. Chris reached out to Joey D. Cares, I think, which is a little sad. Joey D. Cares probably won't be able to do the later dates that we've chosen because a lot of their students are, I don't know, involved in some, maybe they're going to college or something, or I can't remember the actual reason why. But anyway, Joey D. Cares can't do it this year. So that one date that we,
The
It's
17th.
the same day as
17th.
the cleanup, right?
the one that we were kind of unsure about if we
Yeah.
wanted to do that, we can just keep that one as no concert
Okay.
and just keep the 3 bands that we have now.
Okay.
That's
Gotta
what
lighten the
they're
load a
doing.
little for us in the fall.
Cause what else is on the 17th?
I think it was the cleanup.
Their cleanup. Yeah.
There's
fall
a
cleanup.
movie and a concert on
The
17th,
movie is
too.
on the
That's the 10th.
10th.
The 17th is your fall cleanup.
Right. So we have a band for the 10th and the other 2 dates, but not the
24th
fall
and
cleanup.
October 1st.
Yeah. And we got Here Till Sunday, that one band. That's really nice.
I like them.
So we're gonna remove the 17th.
Sure.
Can you send me the dates and the bands that we have so that I can create Facebook events?
Mm-hmm.
If you can include me on that, that'd be great too. So that brings up one point. I don't think I printed it out. Eric sent out that final draft of the event calendar, so we'll probably have to make a little revision with that. And then I don't remember if he had the bands on there, but we can have him add the bands before actual print.
Okay. Yeah, because it didn't have it because I don't know if we knew it when he created
Okay.
it.
So did everybody look at it? So is those the only changes we think we need to make then?
Mhm.
Okay, I can
Yeah,
let him know
that'll-
that tomorrow.
That's great.
Okay. So if you could copy me on that email so I know which bands or which dates,
Okay.
I'll get that updated.
Does it matter if they have like officially signed the contract yet, or can we just post it anyway?
It's up to you guys. I mean,
I
if
mean,
you
I
wanna
don't-
put it out there.
I'd
I don't
say
think
we
they're
can
gonna-
post it
Yeah.
anyway and
I mean, I don't think they're gonna.
back out like at the last minute,
Yeah.
the 11th hour.
Okay,
I think it'll be fine.
okay, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, and then the next thing is the Gatehouse Museum collaboration update. Do you want to start that discussion?
Me or?
Just what we talked about at
Yeah.
the Gatehouse Museum. We talked about possibly moving all of our stuff at the Gatehouse Museum.
Backup equipment.
Our equipment and stuff at the Gatehouse Museum.
Oh.
She said she's going to be clearing out some space, some office space, and also garage. Did she say she had garage?
Yeah.
Right. So we could potentially keep all of our stuff in there, and she'd give us access to. We'd have our own key
Would it be to the gatehouse or to the garage?
to the garage.
Well,
To the Gatehouse.
Or
both.
Was it both?
The garage is a combination lock, and then we'd
I know,
have
but
that
where did you
combination.
determine you would store the
The
gatehouse
garage.
or the garage?
The garage.
The garage, okay, good.
We use the museum for whatever meetings or
They're
things
so-
we gotta have.
supposed to be pouring a concrete floor in the garage. Until that's done, I don't know if I'd feel comfortable storing, electrical
No.
equipment
Yeah.
in there. And also, it doesn't seem quite as secure as having it in the building. So I think
I'll have to
maybe-
discuss that with staff.
Yeah.
That hasn't been brought to our attention, and
Okay.
and there's like there's a alarm on the building, and so I just need to run that by Joe.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
And they had also talked about, clearing out some space, a room within the museum to conduct our
Yeah.
monthly meetings or some
any-
working session type
Right.
things.
Yeah. Well, any official meeting will have to be done here
That's what we.
because we broadcast.
Yeah.
But I mean, anything you guys do outside of that, see why not?
Yeah. Like if we talked about like if we had to meet to work on a project. or
Yeah,
something,
absolutely.
That'd be instead of meeting at somebody's house. that would
Yeah,
be-
yeah. That's,
Having to go through 200 emails to
Yep.
try and coordinate something, if we can all get together for 15, 20 minutes in a room, that'd be a lot better, a lot more efficient.
Mhm. But that was mainly it. It wasn't really a meeting to
And then-
finalize anything. It was just to discuss potential
Talking about,
possibilities.
I'm
did she
gonna,
talk about like being open when you have your events or?
yes.
Yeah, we talked about that,
Okay.
collaborating with events. She said she would extend her hours for our movies, and we would kind of like advertise or send people over in that direction to go
That's
check
great,
out the
I like that.
museum before.
Yeah, and anybody who would like go over to the museum could get a little like ticket to get like a half price popcorn
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
or something.
That's nice, I
So,
like that.
the only thing was obviously they don't want anybody under the age of 10 accompanied by an adult, but I mean that would be a way that we could kind of cross promote each other, and she was all about trying to use the limited resources that we both have to help both organizations so that, you know, because we don't always use all of our budget or other stuff, and she doesn't always use all of her budget, so if we can just kind of combine efforts on some of this stuff, especially since
Well,
most of
sharing
what we
budgets
do
would be
is
another conversation with staff. You
yeah,
can't just start,
Yeah.
willy-nilly just
yeah.
tossing money around, but yeah.
I think sharing resources where there's something in common instead of having to double dip from the town, you know, why do that? If we can
Yeah.
save a little bit
Yeah,
of money there. I think that's kind of where we were going with it.
okay, I think that,
And considering we're so close, we do so many of our events
Mm-hmm.
over there by the snack shack, it just makes sense to cross promote each other. So.
I love it.
So we also talked a little bit about an idea of, you know, putting maybe plaques or something in our parks, because, you know, you have Jones Park and no one knows, that's the
What is
Jones
Jones Park?
sisters. You know, Millard Cooper, Carrie, Dorsey, I mean, there's a beach park, you can go on, and there's a lot of history there, a lot of important folks for the town that, you know, we were suggesting maybe if you could put a plaque or something in those parks to give a little bit of background on those might
Yeah.
be something cool to do.
I like like a wayfinding sign.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think she said they were gonna put together updated information, history of the other parks where we're missing some
Mm-hmm.
on the website.
That's right.
It was a good discussion. Like Nick said, it was just starting the discussion, so
Yeah.
I imagine we'll have more meetings with her.
Yeah, just introductions and stuff. Can we go back to the band thing for a second? Because I just got an email. Here Till Sunday says they might have a conflict with the 24th date.
I forgot the 17th.
I was like, what about the 17th?
So can we offer them, is everybody fine with
Yeah,
I'll take-
yeah,
okay,
definitely.
I'll get back to them. There's a wedding that they have to attend. Not play at as like a hired band, but one of their relatives is getting married. So
That's fair.
Trump says.
We understand.
I also got an email from the curator at the Gatehouse Museum asking if there's a park map for the Carrie Dorsey Trail. And I assume there's not.
Well, there's a map, but it was when it was called Warfield Park. So, I mean, I have a map, but it doesn't.
Is
And
there-
I'm actually, that's one of my projects that I just was assigned this week, is to update the park flyer and map.
So is there a one-page park map somewhere? If not, that's a thing to work on.
I do
to
have
get the
one.
history of each park up to
I
date.
just think the park name is wrong on it.
Yeah.
I mean, not wrong, it's been changed.
Right.
I'll get back with her on that.
Okay.
And Carroll County did that map for us, so it's just probably a matter of me calling Carroll County and see if they could update it for me.
That's cool. Right, and then the last thing on here is approved final event flyer. Do we need to do like an official?
No, I think
for
we
that,
just
or-
kind of, we'll wait for confirmation from
Well,
Nick on that
yep.
ban,
Yeah.
and then, let us know, and then I'll get the final changes over to Eric, and when I have that final one, I'll print it off and let you guys know when it's ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Is that it?
I have one
So-
more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
The only other thing I had was the sign for the snack shack. We keep talking about getting
Yeah.
a banner to put on the outside.
I don't
of the
want a
snack
banner. I
shack.
think it would be I think we had talked about like having like an artist, right, do some kind of, I
Well,
guess,
we
I don't know,
talked
like
about
that, or
the
like
one kid
Sykesville.
that had his own sign company, and
In one of Chris's
I don't know
emails,
if anybody
she
knows who he
wrote
is
something
anymore,
about
but-
something. Did you see her email on that?
About M5 signs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She's not had any luck getting a hold of
yeah.
Brian.
That was
Yeah,
different
I think
though.
he's like gone off to college or something and is no longer.
I'm not sure his sign's not in his yard anymore either. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, we had like, we talked about, well, I expressed desire for a permanent sign on the snack shacks. Because people like see it all the time, like they don't know necessarily that it's part of SPARC or even the town.
That's true.
Yeah.
And it might actually be a good idea to have on the sign where they can go to reserve the pavilions and things. Just a thought.
I mean, sometimes the high school's art departments, you might be worth reaching out to Century or Liberty to see if any of the art students wanna come out and, I mean, we had talked about doing a mural on the snack shack several years ago, but we were gonna pay someone and it turned out to be way out of anyone's budget, so we kinda dropped it. Now, one of my updates was, it's still on the town's agenda and budget to paint and fix the roof on the snack shack. We're just waiting for the weather to kind of break a little bit. The inside, the bathrooms did get painted. Public Works did those a couple weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
So the inside's been painted.
That was another thing that came up at the meeting with the museum, was about having the bathrooms open more hours. Or something
Aren't they
like
open
that.
all day?
I think they
During
should
the-
do
During those spring through fall. So
Okay.
it.
it's there's not appropriate heating to keep it from freezing in the winter. That's why it's closed in the wintertime.
Makes sense.
Whatever's needed to keep that from freezing, we don't have.
Oh, we also saw the zip line. The zip line seems to be holding up a lot better than it was.
Good. It went
So.
through a lot of stuff. Poor Jared spent a lot of time on that.
Okay. So I think that's it for the SPARC business.
I got
The
an
last thing is
email.
town events. Oh, sorry.
I got an email from Martin's grocery store. They want to partner with us in volunteer activities, and they want to provide volunteers for park cleanups and community activities.
Wow.
Sounds fantastic.
I'll just let them know when our cleanups are.
Yeah.
How did you get that?
They emailed me, the assistant store manager.
That's
I mean,
interesting.
did you like talk to them about?
Nope.
It was just a random.
Martin sent us the bench.
Well, that randomly came.
Yeah, and I tried to call and figure it out, and everybody like that I talked to, they were like, I don't know what program that is.
Interesting.
We just had this bench show up.
A bed?
It's supposed to be like a bags and
Random
benches
bench.
kind of program, so it was
Under
like
your
recycled
name,
bags that they.
We don't know.
Like, wasn't it under your
Why,
name
or
or something?
I don't
Like,
remember.
Just
delivered
it just
to
showed up
Alex
here,
at the townhouse.
kind of randomly.
It's nice.
How nice.
Do we have a location for that bench? Because I have an idea. If we don't yet.
You know, I kind of forgot about it just now. I don't even. I need to check with staff on that.
The current bench at Carrie Dorsey is kind of rough.
Yeah.
I like the water. Yeah, it's like the old road. or
Where
whatever.
that concrete
Well,
pad that goes
I did
across
forget, one
the
of the things that we
stream.
talked about internally was if there wasn't a park that you needed a lot of attention as far as trash or whatever, we still have all those benches and picnic tables that could use a sanding and staining. So if you guys wanted to do something like that, we certainly can, get the supplies, and so that's another option if you don't see a trash riddled park that needs
Yeah,
attention.
the thing with cleaning up the trash, it takes like half an hour or so.
Well, if you want to
and
go
lot of
to
people
a park or
need
two
to
and scout
get-
out the benches and picnic tables and
Yeah.
think you want to take on,
When we did
handful.
Beach Park
Yeah.
last year, there was one girl that sanded on a picnic table for a good 2 hours. like all the garbage gets cleaned up fairly quickly, and they still need service hours.
So that's a thought if you don't want,
Times,
if there's
so.
no real need for trash pickup.
Okay.
If you guys can think about that too. Nick is still frantically
I-
reading.
Got quite a few things.
His phone is blowing up right
I-
now.
I usually check the email before our meetings, and I didn't this time, and I got like a ton of things. There's another thing from Community Health Specialist, an affiliate of Carroll Hospital. They're doing a new initiative called A Walk in the Park, which is a monthly walking group open to all ages and abilities. They explore Carroll County's greatest parks and trails, and they have a flyer, and they want us to share it with anyone we think may be interested. And they ask us, they're offering printed copies. It looks like they have a schedule of parks to walk in, and some are in Westminster, and some are in Sykesville and Hampstead. And where's 1111 Raincliff Road? What is that?
Would that be, the park there?
Is it Freedom Park?
Freedom Park?
Is that
Freedom Park, probably.
Okay.
I can look.
That's on their list.
Cause that's a Carroll County park, right?
It's probably Freedom Park.
I know for a fact all the greatest parks in Carroll County are here in Sykesville.
1111
1111. Yeah, 4 ones.
Raincliff.
Raincliff Road. Raincliff. That's Freedom. Oh yeah, it's Freedom Park.
It's Freedom Park.
Yeah. So
Can you forward those emails to us?
yeah, I don't know what to do with that one.
I mean, I think you could.
That might be cool.
I can
put 'em
at
out
least share it on
during your
Facebook.
movies. You
Yeah.
can put them out on your counter. I mean,
Yeah, maybe we can either get a little plastic thing, or I can make a little wooden thing if there are little flyers that we can just.
I've got those acrylic.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm volunteering to make things.
Yeah. I know. I volunteered.
And they can put them, if you want to respond or send me the email, they could put them down at the post office too,
Mm-hmm.
in the visitor center.
Okay.
Any other town updates?
So the sidewalk at Cooper Park is gonna be starting soon. It's probably gonna be in process when the Easter event happens, but they've already been told no work to be done during that time, it'll be roped off. It's from the snack shack up, and I believe the Easter event's usually down below, right?
Yeah.
So it shouldn't affect anything, and we're gonna make sure, they've been told that, to not do any work on that day.
Okay, sounds
So, that's that. I talked to you about the snack shack and painted the bathroom, so I told you all that. This is a sample bottle that I got, from the picture I showed you guys last meeting. I kinda like the silver, but they have a green one. I believe it's this color.
okay.
The silver, they could do our green logo on. The green bottle, they could do black or white. So I wanted to give you guys the choice of a green or silver bottle and what color logo you want on it.
How much was that?
This is, with the number that I'm buying, with this logo set up, getting 144 bottles, it would come to about $652. I think it worked out to about $4.53 a piece, and we were thinking sell them for $5.
Mm-hmm.
So you have an even number with change and so forth. We're not really in it to make money, but any little money we make, we would just put towards buying more if you sell out of them. So I don't think you're gonna worry about dealing with change. So I thought $5 even would be an easy change maker.
I know my preference for color, but I don't want to say it first.
I was gonna say silver with the green logo sounds good to me, because the green bottle seems a little too lime green.
Well, and I mean, it's what it looks like in the picture. I asked for a sample. This is the one they sent me.
Can we just ask for like 400 more samples.
I know, right?
Sounds like more infringement.
I'm guessing it's gonna look kind of like this. So it's not like a forest green, it's a,
Yeah, like in a
I
perfect
would
world,
want
it
it
would
to
be
be
like
a
to me,
that.
to me it's like spring grass green. But,
So my call would be silver with our SPARC logo, but.
I like the green.
we can put it to a vote.
I'm here to make eggs and
Not
give
getting
you
in
the
there.
so
Come on,
do.
let's have
what
a
you
real
gotta
vote.
do.
Is it
Can
the,
you do half and half?
I don't know.
I don't.
This is the first
yeah, I
time we
don't
haven't all
think so.
agreed
I
on
think you
something.
gotta.
All in favor
Probably
of
not, because
First
they're
time
using
in
orders,
SPARC
numbers, so
history
I
that
would
we
imagine
weren't
it's gotta be the
unanimously
same.
Come on, let's do it.
Too funny.
Let's
All
fight.
right.
Wait,
Let's
wait a
fight.
minute, what do you?
All those in favor of silver, say aye. Aye. All right. Everybody who voted against me, say aye.
All right, so
All
it's
right.
green.
Good.
Now, do you want a white or black logo?
I feel like the
Greens
white,
have it.
I think a white logo would show up better.
Okay.
But that might be biased because that was what it was in the picture.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's the orange one with black, so you can kind of see what it looks like, but, I mean, I like the white too. I mean,
I
I
like
think it's gonna show up better.
Yeah.
Does that work for you, Billy?
Okay.
You know what? For $5 water bottles, like, it's not the end of the world.
That front.
Green. Now, the turnaround's pretty quick, so I'll go ahead and order them, and we'll have them in plenty of time for your first event.
That's awesome.
Will we have the water connection though to fill up?
I'm not sure where we are with that. I will follow up on that.
Okay.
I think what we talked about doing was converting the water fountain
To a bottle.
to a bottle filling station.
Filler, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll follow up on that and see where we are.
I think to like kind of advertise that we have them and to get people to come to the movies to buy them, we should take a picture of us like us handing it over like whenever to Stacy and she's just like.
She would be very happy.
This was
that's all
kind
I
of her
have.
brainchild, so.
Yeah. Okay, so anything else? Get everything quick. Alright.
Good.
I motion to end the meeting at 7:32 p.m.
Second.
All those in favor?
I vote nay.
Okay.
Do I hit the gavel again to end it?
You go.
I think you
What the
gotta
heck?
let Billy hit the gavel, Nick.
See
Hit
if
the
we're-
gavel.
All right.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right.
Bye.